Hey guys, Billy back with Fitness, helping you train for all your outdoor adventures. Today we're going to talk about squats, how to set up for them, how to make them harder, how to make them easier, and things to look out for. So when we're first setting up for a squat, we're going to set up with our feet shoulder a little wider than shoulder width. If you set up too narrow like this, unless you have a really good hip flexor mobility, you're probably going to run out of space as you go down. So I want you to set up with your feet wider than your shoulders and your toes pointed slightly out like that. Again, going to give you more room for your hips to sit down. Now, I'm going to think about putting a pole through my head, out through my butt, and I'm going to sit straight down on that pole and then come right back up. If you've heard you want to sit back in a chair like that, that can work for some people, but oftentimes that's overused to the point where if you're sitting back in a chair, you're kind of reaching, and you turn into this kind of like falling over state. Instead, again, pole through my head, out through my butt, I'm going to sit straight down, and then I'm going to come straight back up. So once you get that set, then we want to start adding weight. I would always first start with a goblet squat. So a goblet squat is going to be holding a weight in front of you like this. It's going to be a little bit easier than doing a back squat because you can stay a little bit more upright and you're loading your core. So you're really making sure you're engaging this instead of loading your spine, called axial loading, which can put too much pressure on your spine if you're doing it wrong. Okay, so I'm going to have you start with a goblet squat. So from there, feet are going to be wider than my shoulders. My toes are facing slightly out. As I squat down, my knees are tracking out where my toes are pointing. And then I'm coming straight down, straight back up like that. Goblet squat. After that, you can get into fancy movements like 2 dumbbells. You can go high rack squat. So you set up like this. You can go heavier with the goblet squat, and then you can start adding those back squats, right? So rules of thumb, feet wider than shoulders, toes and knees pointed slightly out. You're going straight down to the ground, and then start with a nice heavy goblet squat here, getting that core nice and tight and activated before you start going on to a barbell back squat. Any questions, let me know. Otherwise, enjoy preparing for adventure.